The Crane and Fox, a Fable, by Henry Livingston. In long gone years, a fox and crane were bound in friendship's golden chain. Whene'er they met, the fox would bow, and Madame Crane would curtsy low. "My lovely crane, how do you do?" "I'm very well, pray, how are you?" Thus time passed on, both very civil, till Reynard in an hour evil projected what he thought a stroke the world would call a pretty joke. A billet wrote on gilded paper, and sealed it with a perfumed wafer. Announced the day, if she saw fit, to take a tete-a-tete tit-bit. The day arrived, she preen'd each feather, and summoned every grace together. At breakfast, scarce a morsel eat, intent to riot at the treat. She came, wide stood the unfolded door, and roses decked the sanded floor. There hyacinths in festoons hung, here lilies their rich fragrance flung. The table drawn, the damask spread, and 2 flat dishes nicely laid, and soup prepared of bullock's marrow, poured in each plate profuse, but shallow. The fox began to lap in haste, and make a plentiful repast, pressed his fair friend to do the same, and to encourage, lapped again. The crane, be sure, with her long beak could not a single morsel pick. She felt the bite, but little said, and very soon her exit made. Just begged the fox would come next day, and sup with her in her plain way. Reynard declared she did him honor, he certainly would wait upon her. Her domicile was well prepared, no cost or labor had been spared. Roses and tulips on the floor, and daffodils the ceiling bore. Nor was a band of music wanting, for whippoorwills and frogs were chanting. The sun had set, and given way to sober evening's mantle gray. The fox arrived with stomach keen, hoped he saw in health his queen, and added, in his courtliest air, she ne'er before had looked so fair. The crane replied in mildest mood that all he said was very good. She meekly meant to do her duty, and ne'er dreamed of praise or beauty. She spoke. The table soon was spread, and everything in order laid. 2 narrow jars now graced the board, with nicely minced venison stored. "Now let's fall to, sir, if you will," and in she poked her slender bill, and gulped of viands at her leisure. "To see you eat would give me pleasure," she cried. "Eat, neighbor, eat. I fear you do not like my treat. It suits my palate to a hair. Pray, chummy, eat, and do not spare." The fox looked on with rueful phiz, feeling in all its force the quiz. The crane enjoyed his discontent, and thus addressed him as he went. The truest adage ever spoke was, "He that gives must take a joke." H.L. to his beloved daughter Jane, February 19th, 1827.